All right, internet bikers, here we are with another motorcycle brand. This time it's the Italian brand Moto Morini. This is growing a lot in the past 3 or 4 years. Initially they came out with the 650 engines. I think the 650 engine is about to be phased out, and I'll show you why. First, what we're seeing here is their 1200 range, of which currently there are only 2 bikes, the Escape 1200. This was presented last year and as a concept more or less, but this year it's being presented as slated for production in 25. So it's gonna reach the dealers next year. And then we have the Milano, which is the naked version. It's the 1200 again, and you can see that this is a 87-degree V-twin engine that produces about 125 horsepower from what I've seen in the tech specs. That's a lot of power. And then they do have, these were presented last year, but they have a lot of other motorcycles. We're gonna go back over here. We do have the Corsaro line, and in the Corsaro line, this was also presented last year, which is the Corsaro Sport. At the other edge, we have the Corsaro, the normal Corsaro, which is the naked bike. And the one that's spinning slowly over here in the middle, this is the new motorcycle that they're presenting, which is the Corsaro GT. So this is their, GT means Grand Tour, so the touring version of this Corsaro lineup, which is 100% street oriented. There is no off-road aspirations or expectations for this line, because that's what they have the Escapes for. So this is the equivalent of a BMW XR or a Yamaha Tracer, for instance. That's the type of motorcycle that this is. It's a little bit stand up or sit up straight, but not to go outside of the asphalt. Again, here is the base Corsaro, so the naked bike. And we have, so we've already seen one new motorcycle, which is the Corsaro GT, compared to what they showed last year. Here we have 2 more new motorcycles, which are the 3.5s, or the, if you say it in Italian, it's the tre mezzo, but yeah, it's the 3.5s, and they have 2 versions of it. One is here, the Sport. Another interesting thing, something that I do want to say, is that most of the new Moto Morinis are V-twins. Even this one, which is a very tiny 3.5 or 350 cc engine, it's still a V-twin. And we have, in the middle, we have the inspiration. So this is a very classic 3.5 or tre mezzo Moto Morini from before, when it was fully Italian. Now this is Chinese owned, although they do manufacture a lot in Italy. And the motorcycles still come out with VIN numbers from Italy, because they always pass through the Italian factory. This is the Rumble. It's their new cruiser motorcycle. It's a tre mezzo, so it's a 350cc. It's part of the tre mezzo lineup, but it is a completely new V-twin engine, and I'm gonna spin with it a little bit fast so I can show the front line. What I do like about most of the Moto Morinis is the way that they do the front headlights, the way they do the headlights with the round LED lights. Then we have another new motorcycle, so this is number 4, and the final new motorcycle, which is the 450 Alt Hike. I don't know how to say this. How would you say it? Alt Trike? Alt Hike? I don't know. I don't think it's very clear, but in any case, it's clearly more of an enduro-focused motorcycle. This one is, it looks to be a twin cylinder, a parallel twin. Must be a 450 parallel twin, which is one of the more common types of engines out there. Very, very good looking front design. And actually, this is not the last motorcycle. We still have one more to go. Before we move on to the new motorcycles, yeah, I mean, this looks pretty cool. I don't know how much of this is already slated for production. Yeah, look at this. It's the vertical screen, digital screen, because that is that's the more off-road popular way of setting it up. Over here, we have the 6 e mezzo. So this is the very first modern lineup that Moto Guzzi presented, or rather, this one was presented 3 years ago, and it's already the oldest, the oldest part of their lineup. Incredible, right? That's how much this motorcycle brand has grown in the past few years. So over here we have something that they presented last year, which is their bigger cruiser, the Calibro. It's an 800 engine. So it's an 800 cc, more or less. Reading here at the specs, the engine is it's actually 7. It's yeah, because it's I guess I made a mistake. It is the Moto Morini 650, the Calibro 650. It's a 693 cc engine, and it produces 69 horsepower, right? Oh, sorry. And it is a very good looking motorcycle. This one is the Calibro Bagger, and this one is the base Calibro. I especially like it in the red color. It really looks stunning. I think that this is one of the best looking cruisers out there with an affordable price point, right? Because it costs around 7,000 euro. A very, very good price point for a cruiser motorcycle nowadays. Yeah. And before we go, let's have a final look at the Calibro before we go. And we will have one more new motorcycle in Moto Morini. It's not completely new, it's an update, but it is a heavy update for the X-Cape 700. So the X-Cape 700 is the upgrade of the 650. It used to be a 650 until last year. So there are a couple of updates here and there. Most importantly, the front fairing design has been made to look more like the new 1200 that we just saw at the beginning of the video. And then the other upgrade is the engine has now 10 more horsepower. So well, that's what I've been told. In any case, yes, the engine has been up-spec'd. It used to be a 650, so I'm guessing now it's going to use the 690 that Calibro uses since it came out. So that is going to be the main upgrade, the main difference. Yeah, that's it. I mean, look at this motorcycle. Yeah, the front of the motorcycle does look a little bit different. Not necessarily the headlights, but certainly the side plates make it look more like the new 1200. So that is what makes the upgrades worth mentioning for the new X-Cape 700. And with that, we close out with Moto Morini, and look at the logo, the Moto Morini logo. So an eagle with the M's. All right, so we'll head out and look at another brand.